Sugar is everywhere. It's in our morning coffee, our afternoon snacks, and even in foods we might not expect, like bread and sauces. It's a familiar companion, sweetening our lives and giving us that quick burst of energy when we need it. But what happens when that sweet little friend turns into a foe? What are the consequences for our bodies when we indulge in too much sugar? Let's take a journey through the effects of sugar on our health, and why it's crucial to be mindful of our intake. First, let's talk about why our bodies need sugar in the first place. Sugar, particularly glucose, is the primary source of energy for our cells. When we consume sugar, our bodies break it down into glucose, which then enters the bloodstream. This glucose is vital for the functioning of our organs. Our brains, for instance, rely heavily on glucose to perform optimally. It fuels our thoughts, our focus, and our ability to learn. When glucose levels drop too low, we can experience fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even fainting. It's a delicate balance, one that our bodies manage with remarkable precision, most of the time. Our muscles also depend on glucose for energy. Whether we're walking to the bus stop or running a marathon, our muscles need that quick energy boost to perform. So, in moderation, sugar serves a purpose. It's a source of energy that keeps us moving, thinking, and living. But here's where the trouble begins. When we consume sugar in excess. When we eat sugar, the process of digestion starts in our mouths. Saliva begins to break down the sugar, and as it travels through our digestive system, it gets converted into glucose. This causes our blood sugar levels to rise. In response, the pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps our cells absorb glucose for energy or store it as glycogen in the liver and muscles. Insulin is crucial for maintaining stable blood sugar levels. But when we consume too much sugar, this process goes haywire. Imagine this. You indulge in a sugary treat, and your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas responds by releasing a flood of insulin to manage that spike. This rapid surge can lead to a roller coaster effect. First, you feel a rush of energy, but soon after, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you feeling drained and fatigued. This cycle can become a pattern, leading to a constant state of energy highs and lows. It's exhausting, and it can make you crave even more sugar to get that energy boost back. But the consequences of excessive sugar consumption extend far beyond just feeling tired. One of the most alarming effects is weight gain. When we consume more sugar than our bodies can use for energy, the excess is converted into fat. This can lead to overweight and obesity, which are associated with a host of health problems. It's a vicious cycle. The more sugar we consume, the more weight we gain, and the more difficult it becomes to manage our health. And it's not just our waistlines that suffer. Research has shown that excessive sugar intake can impair brain function. A study conducted in Malaysia found that older adults who consumed high amounts of sugar experienced cognitive impairments, including poor memory and difficulty concentrating. This is particularly concerning as we age, as it raises the risk of degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. The brain, which relies so heavily on glucose, can become damaged when bombarded with too much sugar over time. Our skin, too, pays the price for our sweet tooth. Sugar can interfere with collagen regeneration, the protein that helps keep our skin elastic and strong. High sugar levels can slow down the healing process and make our skin more susceptible to blemishes and premature aging. Those fine lines and wrinkles we dread, sugar might be playing a role in their formation. It's a harsh reality that the very thing we enjoy can also be contributing to our skin woes. Hormonal balance is another area where sugar wreaks havoc. Excessive sugar intake can disrupt our hormones, increasing the risk of diseases like type 2 diabetes. When we consume too much sugar, our bodies can become resistant to insulin, leading to unstable blood sugar levels. This can create a cascade of health issues, from fatigue to mood swings, and ultimately, serious conditions that can affect our quality of life. Let's not forget about the cardiovascular risks associated with high sugar consumption. Sugar can elevate blood pressure and increase the risk of heart disease, It can raise blood fat levels, contributing to atherosclerosis, which is a hardening of the arteries that can lead to heart attacks and strokes. The connection between sugar and heart health is becoming increasingly clear, and it's a wake-up call for those of us who might be indulging a little too much. Even more alarming is the potential link between excessive sugar consumption and cancer. Some studies suggest that high sugar intake may promote the growth of cancer cells in certain types of cancer. Sugar can increase inflammation in the body, which is a known risk factor for cancer development. The more we learn about sugar, the more we realize that it's not just a harmless treat. It can have serious implications for our long-term health. Digestive health is also impacted by our sugar intake. Consuming too much sugar can lead to constipation, primarily due to a lack of dietary fiber in sugary foods. For some individuals, especially those sensitive to fructose, excessive sugar can cause diarrhea and other digestive problems. Our gut health is crucial for overall well-being, and sugar can disrupt that delicate balance. So, how much sugar should we be consuming? Health experts recommend that children under 2 years old should not consume added sugars at all. For adults, the recommendation is to limit added sugar intake to less than 50 grams per day, which is less than 10% of daily calories for those consuming 2,000 calories a day. It's a simple guideline, but one that can be challenging to adhere to in a world filled with sugary temptations. To combat the negative effects of sugar, we can take proactive measures. One of the most effective strategies is to check food labels. Many products contain hidden sugars that can quickly add up. By being vigilant about what we consume, we can make more informed choices. Replacing sugary drinks with water, herbal teas, or fresh fruit juices without added sugar is another great way to cut back. Those sugary beverages can pack a serious punch when it comes to sugar content, and swapping them out can significantly reduce our intake. Increasing our vegetable consumption is also vital. Vegetables are rich in fiber and antioxidants, which can help stabilize blood sugar levels and promote overall health. Choosing whole grains over refined grains is another smart move. Whole grains provide more nutrients and fiber, which can help keep our blood sugar levels steady and prevent those energy crashes. While sugar is a necessary component of our diet, it's essential to regulate our intake. Overconsumption can lead to a myriad of health issues, from weight gain to cognitive decline, hormone imbalances, cardiovascular risks, and even cancer. In a world where sugary foods are ubiquitous, making conscious choices about our daily sugar intake is crucial for long-term health protection. As we navigate our relationship with sugar, it's important to remember that moderation is key. It's okay to enjoy a sweet treat now and then, but we must be mindful of how much we consume regularly. The consequences of excessive sugar intake can be severe, and understanding the impact it has on our bodies is the first step toward making healthier choices. So, as you go about your day, take a moment to reflect on your sugar consumption. Are you aware of how much sugar you're actually eating? Are you making choices that support your health? By being informed and proactive, we can take control of our diets and protect our bodies from the harmful effects of too much sugar. Let's strive for balance, for our health and well-being, and remember that every small change can lead to significant improvements in our lives.